Welcome back everybody, DestinysJesus here. In today's video, it's my birthday, so I'm turning 22, which means we have to give you guys a warm-up to actually improve your mechanics and get better in the new season. As you all know, as soon as you get a bit older, I'm 22 now, your mechanics instantly go downhill, so this is going to be the best routine that you guys can follow to improve and make sure you're getting better at fighting in Fortnite Chapter 3. It's going to be covering all the new mechanics and everything you need to succeed in the new meta as well. Please leave a like and also make sure to subscribe. We're very close to 100k. Okay, so first part of your warm-up, guys, is going to be just free building in creative, just like this. The one thing I'm going to say is obviously you guys should be free building for like the last long period of time, right? Is you need to be sliding. When I say this right now, sliding is going to be the next massive skill gap in terms of getting better at fighting. There are so many things you can do with sliding in terms of piece control, in terms of exit control, in terms of being one step ahead of your opponent. In 6 months from now, all of the top players, all the top mechanical players are going to be sliding around fast as fuck, taking less damage because they are using it properly in fights. And you need to be getting used to using it in creative ways. The easiest way to go ahead and just slide or whatever is just by doing it off a cone while you're free building. There's a lot of different things you can do to chain that up in terms of piece control, such as crouching while you're actually going ahead and moving sideways like that to get exit control. You move a little bit faster. There are so many different things you can do. There's a lot of unique things you can do just like this, where you edit a window in your box like that, and then you go ahead and slide out. I'm actually tempted to change up my keybinds just so I can go ahead and slide better, since currently I build floors of my left shift. That makes it a bit awkward to slide with left control, since it kind of overlaps. Also now, because we're coming into duos, I definitely think it's worthwhile for you guys to practice tarping after you've done a little bit of free building while using sliding. Again, you can get to front side of zone quicker, you can cut other people off, you can go for low ground claims. If you were able to utilize sliding while tarping, is extremely broken and not a lot of pros are even doing it at the moment. If you guys can get the habit of doing this, you'll be at an advantage when the tournament starts. So very simply, you can just go ahead and slide and actually cut towards the front side of the zone, just like this. You move a little bit faster, you're harder to get hit, and that little smooth movement boost, especially if you're rolling at the same time as another player on the other side of zone 2, if you can get that movement boost and actually cut them off and maybe even claim towards low ground by doing a reverse ramp like this and sliding down it, you're gonna have a much easier time of doing well in the end game. Also, one quick thing of note, I'm just gonna go ahead and leak this. I'm gonna do this for ages, but the best movement settings to use in terms of sliding is actually using wooting and then making your strafing percent on 87%. If you guys are keyboard, make sure you're doing this. Extremely broken. I'll show you exactly what I mean. As you can see here, as I'm tarping, I'm basically going to run completely sideways. It's like old dove movement. It's extremely broken. And while you're sliding, as you can see, you can basically look and run the other direction at the same time. This is a keybind, and like setting a lot of pros were keeping hidden for a very long time. It's very useful to be using. Okay, so next thing as part of your warm-up, after you've done some free building and practice your tunneling, it's just to get someone and do 1v1s versus them, and then get into angels afterwards. When it comes to 1v1s, obviously practice using the current guns. I would recommend sticking and avoiding using the SMG. I imagine SMG is going to get a pretty hefty nerf in a few weeks, so it won't really be that viable in comp. Obviously it might be viable still in arena and stuff, but it's not going to be like the main thing you use. So practice using MK7 or the regular Ranger AR, and then just using the striker pump. The auto shot is sort of viable, but I probably would recommend avoiding it for the time being as well, because it's not too strong compared to the striker. So just go ahead and use this loadout here. I've also said this about 100 times before, but make sure you're actually using heals while you're doing 1v1s. Using minis and practicing healing and playing on the back foot in fights is extremely important. And it will help you get better at defensively fighting in-game. Alright, the last map that you guys want to go ahead and do, and I really very recommend that you guys actually do this, is Angels. Angel is probably going to be the biggest thing this season, especially with the current meta. Even with if the SMG does get nerfed a little bit, doing Angels and actually just practicing using SMGs in close quarters for like 10 minutes a day will drastically improve how quickly you kill someone. So as you can see here, this entire SMG/tracking training is going to be the one for you. So go ahead and do 1x2 different layers react something, and as you can see, the new guns have been added by Raider already, so you can see you can use Stinger. I'd recommend using MK7 to be honest as well, and just practicing with these and running through all these tracking SMG scenarios. Very useful thing to go ahead and do, as you can see here. Just like this, you practice getting 200 HP on your opponent, and then it goes ahead and swaps over. Very useful thing that you guys can be doing, to be working on. It doesn't take too much time as well out of your day before you start playing. Alright, so after you've gone ahead and ran through that warm-up, what I recommend you guys go ahead and do is just playing solo arena. It's the best way to improve, especially if you do what I'm doing in the Best Fighter series, where you go back and body your games after you've done them. As you can see here, just go back and body them and try to make sure that you're actually improving and fixing the mistakes that you're making in solo arena. And again, just practicing a solo spot and getting very knowledgeable at it will help you, because there's a lot of solo cash cups coming up as well. I hope you guys will be placing it. All right, that's all for me. I hope you guys enjoyed it and you learned something new about what to do for this new season. Again, just make sure you're practicing using sliding and practicing your aim tools as much as possible, as well as using the new guns. That is the major things I'd recommend to improve as much as possible. All right, please leave a like if you enjoyed, and also subscribe. We're very close to 100k.